The average American household is now paying roughly $100 a year because of tariffs. But nobody is ever going to send you that bill. There is no invoice, no line on your paycheck, no receipt that says tariff $100. You pay it $5 here, $20 there, a more expensive appliance, more expensive clothes, higher prices buried inside your grocery cart. And that $100 bill is only the beginning. Because Americans are earning more money on paper, but much of that gain is disappearing before it improves their lives. Start with tariffs. The average U.S. tariff rate is now around 11%. Yale's budget lab estimates the current tariff regime will eventually raise consumer prices by roughly 0.7% and cost the average household about $100 a year. Tariffs are collected from the American company importing the product. Some companies absorb part of the cost, but much of it eventually moves through the supply chain and reaches consumers. That is why tariffs are so easy to underestimate. You never feel $100 at once. You feel it one purchase at a time. And then comes inflation. Inflation does not remove dollars from your paycheck. It reduces what those dollars can buy. By May, headline inflation had jumped to 4.2%. By June, it had cooled to 3.5%. That sounds better. But lower inflation does not mean prices go back down. It means prices rise more slowly. The higher price level stays. Now look at wages. By June, real average hourly earnings were up just 0.1% from a year earlier. 0.1%. So yes, workers got raises. But after inflation, the average worker essentially gained almost nothing. The paycheck got bigger. The lifestyle barely improved. And then energy made the squeeze worse. In June, gasoline prices were almost 27% higher than a year earlier. Overall, energy prices were up almost 16%, and energy does not stay at the gas station. Trucks need fuel. Factories need energy. Stores need electricity. So higher energy costs spread into transportation, food, and manufactured goods. If you drive 15,000 miles a year in a car getting 25 miles per gallon, a $1 increase in gasoline costs roughly $600 a year. That is $600 that cannot go into savings, cannot go into retirement, cannot go toward a vacation or a down payment. Now add groceries. Since early 2021, grocery prices have risen roughly 28%. So families are paying more for the things they cannot easily stop buying. Food, fuel, housing, insurance, electricity. And when essential spending rises, something else has to fall. First, the restaurant, then the vacation, then the furniture, then the new car. That is how a household squeeze becomes an economic slowdown. Because when millions of families cut discretionary spending at the same time, businesses feel it. They sell less, they invest less, they hire less. And that pressure can eventually come back to the same workers who were already struggling to keep up. Housing adds another layer. For years, rising home prices made homeowners feel richer. Now, after adjusting for inflation, home prices across major U.S. cities have been slipping. So some households are facing higher everyday costs, while their biggest asset is no longer gaining enough real value to offset them. And that brings us to the most important number in this entire story. The personal saving rate fell to just 2.7% in June. Savings are the shock absorber of the household economy. When gasoline jumps, savings absorb it. When the car breaks, savings absorb it. When insurance rises, savings absorb it. But if families keep using savings just to maintain normal life, that cushion gets thinner until the next shock cannot be absorbed. Then it gets financed, often on a credit card charging more than 20% interest. And that is when a cost of living problem becomes a debt problem. So this is the real danger. It is not one tariff. It is not one oil shock. It is not one inflation report. It is the combination. Tariffs raise the cost of goods. Energy raises the cost of moving almost everything. Inflation consumes most of the wage increase. Housing provides less of a wealth cushion, and savings absorb whatever is left, until they cannot. The economy can still look healthy while this is happening. GDP can grow, stocks can rise, unemployment can stay low, inflation can even fall, and households can still feel worse. Because lower inflation does not undo the price increases that already happened. It does not rebuild savings, and it does not return the purchasing power families already lost. The real question now is simple. Can household income start growing meaningfully faster than household costs again? If yes, families can rebuild. If not, something eventually has to give. Spending, debt, or living standards. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe to Global Notes. And tell me in the comments, what is hitting your household hardest right now? Groceries, gas, housing, or something else? You got the raise. The economy collected it first.